Episode 10. A Love Unveiled. Ren couldn't stop thinking about Noah's secret. Knowing that Noah was a cat shifter made everything feel more magical and special, but it also made Ren realize how much he cared for him. Noah had let him into his world, even if he didn't know that Ren had discovered the truth. The next evening, Ren arrived at the Cat's Whisker with his heart racing. Tonight felt different. He had decided to be honest with Noah, to tell him about the feelings he had kept hidden. The cafe was quiet, as it often was in the evening. Mittens ran over to greet him, and Ren bent down to pet her, feeling her soft fur beneath his hand. Midnight, as usual, watched him from across the room, his green eyes calm and knowing. It was as if Midnight could sense what Ren was about to do. Noah looked up from behind the counter and smiled warmly when he saw Ren. "Welcome back," he said softly, his voice gentle. Ren felt his face warm, but he took a deep breath, reminding himself why he was here. "Noah, can we talk for a moment?" he asked, his voice quiet but steady. Noah's expression turned curious, and he nodded. "Of course. Let's sit over here," he said, leading Ren to a small table by the window. They both sat down, and Ren took a moment to gather his thoughts. I just want to thank you," Ren began, looking down at his hands. "You've made this cafe a place where I feel safe, where I feel like I belong." Noah smiled, but there was a softness in his eyes. "I'm glad, Ren. That's why I created this place. For people who need a second home, a place where they can be themselves." Ren looked up, his heart pounding. "Noah, there's something I need to tell you. I know your secret." Noah's eyes widened slightly, but he didn't speak. He just watched Ren, his face calm but his eyes filled with questions. "Midnight told me," Ren continued softly. "He told me about your ability. I know you're a cat shifter." Noah took a deep breath, his face thoughtful. "And you're not afraid?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. Ren shook his head, a small smile on his lips. "No, I'm not afraid. Knowing the truth just makes me respect you even more. You've created a beautiful, safe place for yourself and the cats. And I want to be a part of it." For a moment, there was only silence. Noah looked down, his expression unreadable. Then he looked up, his eyes warm and gentle. "Ren, thank you. I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to feel strange or uncomfortable." Ren smiled, feeling his heart lighten. "I don't feel strange at all. In fact, I feel closer to you. I think I've felt this way for a while. I really care about you, Noah." Noah's face softened, and he reached out, placing his hand over Ren's. The touch was warm, comforting, and Ren felt a sense of peace wash over him. "I care about you too, Ren," Noah said, his voice full of honesty. "You've become part of this place, part of my life. I never thought I would meet someone like you." Ren's heart raced as he looked into Noah's eyes. It was like everything around them faded away, leaving only the two of them in this quiet, magical cafe. Ren felt like he could see into Noah's heart, and he knew that they shared the same feelings. Slowly, Noah leaned closer, and Ren closed his eyes, his heart full of happiness. In that moment, he felt like he had found everything he had ever been searching for. As they sat together, hand in hand, Midnight watched from across the room, his green eyes filled with satisfaction. The Cat's Whisker had brought two hearts together, and its magic had created a love that would stay hidden, yet cherished, in their own secret world.